You look like a Tiamat.
I was gonna say you look pretty,
Tip-
awesome.
Yeah, I'd stick with it.
There we go. A different dragon, and a more, well, not really appropriate level dragon, but more
Yeah, but all we can
appropriate
see is
than
the back
Tiamat.
end.
Yeah. Can't see it. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the Legacy of Mythal campaign here on the Play Without Ego channel. So we've made it to episode 11, and it's possibly time to introduce a new player, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So last week, our heroes went back outside of the keep and tried to rescue more townsfolk, starting with the Temple of Shantia. And on the way out, they encountered and stopped a group of cultists from capturing 3 kids and escorted the 2 boys and a young girl back to the entrance of the tunnel where they could go back into the keep. Then they found a large force surrounding the temple, and they were trying to get in from two ways, 2 doors, and the heroes launched a surprise attack against the southern group. It was a close battle, but with the help of Mother Eliana's magic, they were able to eliminate a good portion of the attacking force, including their leader. The remaining raiders ran, and Spot followed one group of kobolds to make sure they didn't find the secret tunnel on their way to the west side of the keep via the stream. So with the east section of the town cleared, the heroes escorted Mother Eliana, her acolyte, and dozens of townsfolk to the tunnel where they could enter the safety of the keep. They were spotted by 2 kobolds in an ambush drake up on the hill, and Spot and Luna rushed up there to take them out before they could sound an alarm or harm the townsfolk. As Mother Eliana helped the last of the townsfolk into the tunnel, the heroes looked around to see if the other cultists surrounding the keep had noticed the fight. They saw the cultists and the guards up on the keep walls looking and pointing to the eastern sky. And when the heroes looked as well, they saw the shadowed form of a dragon fast approaching the keep. And that is where we rejoin our story. So, here we are at the keep, and question is, so I guess you all see it. You all notice everybody looking in the same direction. What do you do?
Rush everybody to safety that isn't if they're always out safe. Want them in the tunnel and out.
Yeah.
So you're getting people into the tunnel.
Well, they're in the tunnel. So
Okay.
Mother Eliana is the last one in, and she looks up and sees the dragon, and has this look of terror on her face, and she rushes into the tunnel.
Elamir, are we on still round movement, or are we free to move?
You're free to move.
Okay.
So like
Well, Elamir's going to yell out to Luna and or Spot, are there any more? Because they're at the top of the crest of a hill.
Right. And
so he's yelling out if there's any more, and also at the same time where Jinx was heading, he's gonna head. He's gonna look to see down below and look south of us, make sure there's nobody, coming from
there
behind
isn't.
us.
There is no one around, and
Okay.
Spot yells. Comes rushing back down the hill. 5, 6, 7. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he has 40 movement. 40
You
or 40.
said we're free to move wherever, so.
Yeah, so he just rushes down the hill, and he's yelling out. There's no one else saw us. They're waiting. They're all watching the dragon approach.
So then we'll.
So
Is it safer to watch from over here or go to the keep and get fried? Personally, Elamir wants to watch it from here.
honestly, this may be the best time to take them out then if everybody's watching.
Take them out. Well, the people. If this dragon is coming to attack the keep, being in the keep isn't the best place.
Exactly. But I'm saying the dragon
from
you said
over here. Shoot from over here.
you said
And
the
that-
dragon cult. You said the dragon cultists are all staring up at the dragon. So everybody was.
And they're like, and they're cheering, and
Are they close enough to
they're
attack from
cheering and
here?
taunting the guards up on the top of the keep wall, and so
Were they getting the ballista ready?
yes, so you look up there and you see them beginning to readying the ballista. What you know though is that actually, Jinx, you were up there. You went up onto the wall before, at the time that they were using the ballista. You know from the conversations that was on the wall while they were shooting the last couple bolts that that the captains were allowing them to use because they were trying to save some for the dragon if it came back.
Yep.
I'd also walked around the top too.
That the ballista they're fairly new. The keep acquired them fairly recently, and the militia and the guards are not very well trained on them. So they're not exactly proficient in the use of the ballista.
Okay.
But they seem to be preparing and loading the ballista and trying to aim the ballista in that direction.
Are any of us more proficient than they are?
How's your military background?
So, I mean, anyone who has martial weapon capabilities or who can use a heavy crossbow, anyone who can use a heavy crossbow would be proficient with a ballista. It works the same way.
Nope.
So I don't know if any of you are proficient.
Do we want to see the bigger map, kind of see where everything lays?
Yep. So if you look, all right. So I have this switched out. I have this changed a little bit, and of course, I was prepping for a couple of different things. So let's just go ahead and look at.
Why don't you tell us what y'all prep for, and then we go the opposite direction of all of those items.
Yep.
You already are. That's just the way it goes.
We're going to do it anyway.
Perfect. So, right. So so what you actually see when the dragon's coming to, there were some guys here and here, and they're all moving away. All of the forces, the raiding forces that were surrounding the keep, what you can see of them is all moving over towards the west side of the keep over here.
I don't know if y'all can see it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, Tom. When you need to swap it.
My bad. My total bad. Hold on.
That's the east side, isn't it?
Exactly.
Hold on.
That's the south.
Yeah.
So,
the west.
Confusing.
Right. So there were forces. So you're down here, and let's just do this. So let's just freehand. So there were some forces like this, and up and around here, as well as over on the other side, and a few down here. You had just taken out the ones here, and right now, all of these other forces are all walking westward.
And now we can't see we can't see the circle, the square just north of that. So I'm just assuming they're walking that way too.
Yeah, I mean, you can, yeah, you don't see the far northern group, but you see
the assumption
you see the people to the east and the first group and the groups just north of you.
Okay.
Or in the very least, Spot and Luna can, because they're still up on the hill a bit a ways.
Okay.
So that's what you see. And the dragon is coming from the east.
We might want to find cover at this point because there's nothing we're going to be able to do to save them. If there's anybody toasted. Unless you can somehow get up there and help them. I mean, I know I can't get up there right now without walking out, running all the way around. The dragon will be here before then.
Yeah, and you do, so just to kind of, it's nighttime. It's been dark for several hours now. It's around 11 p.m. at this point. And it's cloudy and colder than it was before. It's getting down to a little, it's down into the mid 40s now. Feels like it's probably going to get a little colder tonight. And there's there's still a light wind. And from what it was doing before, the wind shifts a little bit so that the wind is kind of shifting and blowing to the northwest now. So coming up behind you and blowing towards the keep.
So with it being so dark and everything else, that's why we can't tell what color the dragon is, I'm assuming.
Well, there is still light. There's the firelight and the moonlight, even though that it's cloudy. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Everybody can make one.
Are we all up there now?
Well, I'm perceiving.
Well, you all can see the dragon
Okay.
as it approaches.
And thinking about it, the fort is only 100 feet away. Quite honestly, that's not that far. That's like,
So, Jinx and Luna, you look, you see gray. It looks like the dragon just kind of blends into the sky in the background. You see a little
shadow dragon
sheen from the flickering fires of from the town. But that could be, it could look like that on anything. Alamir, your keen, full elven eyes, you look, you actually look at the dragon's like arch of its neck, away from the glow of the light, and you catch a distinct metallic gleam on it, and you're fairly confident that the color you're seeing is blue.
Almir will pass the information to the others in his fashion of, well, it's a blue dragon, of course. Y'all see that, right?
I think it's just the moonlight you're seeing. There's no way you can tell what color that is.
He says, okay, it's
But
blue.
we should find cover.
Hmm?
Unless you want to go up to the fort.
Nah, he says no. We should be calling the people back through the tunnel.
It'll probably be fine in the tunnel, honestly.
No, in the tunnel, but not in the fort.
Oh, yeah.
The courtyard of the fort, bad place to be right now.
They'll be rushing up, and the guards will be rushing down.
Yeah. In fact, Alamir's going to run down and see if he can catch what's her name.
I'm going to go, like I said, we'll go to the entrance, whatever, and kind of buckle down.
Yeah, we got to try to catch those people if we can. I wish I had message.
Whoops. Let's stop doing that. Let's grab this.
We can yell into the tunnel. We can yell into the tunnel and let them hear us because it'll echo through.
There you go. Well, we're going to have to do something to yell. Or have Ninja Monk double, triple, quadruple run.
And what are you yelling?
Stay in the tunnels. Come back to this entrance.
Nope. You hear...
Don't go up.
Like, you hear Mother Eliana. She yells back, inside the keep should be safe, and we don't want to be anywhere near. Like, what if the dragon sees you and then blows fire into the tunnel? Or
according to our great wizard, it doesn't blow fire.
Yeah, it doesn't blow fire. Blue dragons. What do I know about them? Insight or history or
do a either Arcana, or you can do an Arcana or Nature.
All right.
Or History. Any three.
They're all the same.
Luna, what is Luna
Elamir
doing?
knows crap. Elamir
Yep.
breaks.
So a 6, even though you rolled a 1, you know stuff about dragons. Your mind is just kind of freezing right now and blanking
And that's
out.
fine. He's still just yelling. It's safer down in the tunnels than it is inside that keep.
Well, maybe in
your land,
you
but not
hear
here.
you hear Mother Eliana's voice yell back down. Perhaps safer than on top of the keep, but not inside the keep.
I'm not going in the keep. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm not going to stay at the edge of the tunnel.
Do you let her know the dragon's coming to attack the keep?
Yeah, and she knows that.
She saw it.
I'm gonna.
Yes.
How many turns, Tom, would you say between the entrance by the river to the entrance to the keep? Through the.
What do you mean for the dragon?
Right angles. No, right angles in tunnels.
Oh no, it's a straight shot. It goes
There's no
straight up.
turns.
There's no turns.
Are there any alcoves?
No.
I take the biggest thing, which is a giant hyena, and I hide underneath it.
All right, I'm going to.
I thought there were hallways.
No, it is a straight tunnel from
Goes up
the cellar of the keep straight down to the river.
You're good until the hyena moves.
So I think we're doing this, right? Yes. Let me just take these off. Well, okay. Let's just do it this way. I'm not going to play with that yet. So you see the dragon is getting closer.
I just don't think us outside, the four of us, are going to be a target for a dragon.
So Luna, what are you doing in your giant hyena form?
Covering.
So Spot went down and is hanging out by the opening here.
I'm kind of down low, hid the best I can, watching both them and what's going on, what I can see up there.
So you're staying on the
at the
ridge.
moment.
Okay.
As it gets closer, I'll come down to where they're at for bear protection. I'm trying to be stealthy.
All right. Oh, let's see. Let's roll a perception. You really it doesn't have advantage on it, so it's only the first one. So it doesn't look like as the dragon approaches, it's just going straight for the keep. It's not diving. It doesn't seem to be in a hurry. It should have been here by now, but it's still just kind of weaving, gliding back and forth, making its way to the keep. It's taking its time. Luna, even though you're wild shaped, make a dragon's roll.
A dragon? Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. You don't know what, but you know there's something. The dragon is not acting like you would expect. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you know that there's something. And if you had to put a general feeling to it, it would be that you're not feeling as threatened perhaps by this dragon's approach as you would normally be.
So am I thinking it might be illusion or something?
No, it's just its behavior.
How
It's
close
just
can we
its
get to it
behavior.
as it's flying around? I mean, it's flying up in the air pretty high, isn't it?
It is. So, but it's coming down closer. It's slowly lowering as it comes in. So it's about 300 feet away right now. And it's still a good 110, 20 feet in the air.
How far back can I keep going until I start losing sight of the keep?
Wait, so where exactly are you looking to go?
I was trying to ease back towards my comrades.
Well, yeah,
as
they're
far
just
as I
right next
could.
to you.
Okay,
You
but still keep sight of the keep
you can see the top of the keep from
where I'm at.
standing up actually. So like here, so like right on this ledge here, as long as you're standing up on that little embankment, you can see the top of the keep over the hill.
Okay.
So Jinx, what are you doing?
I can't let everybody die. I'm gonna try to slowly but cautiously walk up, get up near the area that's kind of swooping down near. I don't want to get hit. I really don't want to get hit, but I just want to, if it gets low enough, within like say 60 feet or so, I just want to insult it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure how else what we're gonna do here otherwise. And I might as well go ahead and take one for the team if need be.
So, okay. I guess then let's just do something here. We're gonna change this up a little bit here. This is going to be interesting. I don't think I've done this in a long time. I was not planning on using this map for any type of combat. It would help if I put you guys back to it. Okay. So here's what we're going to do.
That is a big hyena.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, we're going to take the hyena, and everyone's still going to be pretty big for this map, but we'll just.
I'm giant.
Hold on, stop moving. I'm going to make you small.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of, oh, crap. Run away.
Okay. And, okay, come on, Spot. Spot, stop it. Spot. No, Spot, come here. Let me grab and there we go. All right. So, I mean, if you got, annoying. Let me make this bigger. Okay. So you guys are, I'm just going to leave Spot there. So you guys are moving around, and in the distance, you see, we'll just do this. Do it this way. Move over here. Come back down to, come to the big map. There we go. And let's go. Boom. Dragon. However, it's not that big. It's not that big. Hold on.
I'm like,
You guys got a lot smaller. The
Elamir goes in the tunnel.
So, the other thing that you know is this. It's pretty obvious that this is not an adult dragon. It's a young dragon. It is about the size of your horses, which is still dangerous, right?
It went from being this like huge epic, dragon to it's a horse.
So it is. So and it is coming closer. So it comes closer and it's coming down. It looks like it's going to stay about 20 feet It's now gliding in approach to the keep. You can hear and see as its chest expands and it intakes its breath, ready to use a breath weapon. And it's gliding, but it looks like it's gonna skim a good 20, maybe a little more than 20 feet above the keep.
And the ballista was this corner, correct? Well, that's a big corner.
So the ballista, I'm going to show you guys one map briefly.
Okay. I thought it was in that corner. That's what I was saying.
I'm going to show you what this looks like.
Well,
This is what it looks like on the inside of the keep.
yeah, so 1 on
for
each
the
corner. Got it.
defenders. Yep. So there are 4 of them, 1 on each corner. Okay.
Okay. I thought there was only the one. All right.
Nope. There are 4 of them.
Then why weren't they shooting the others earlier? That's what I want to know. Those guards are
Because they
fired.
were running out of, they had limited ammunition.
They need to get there.
I don't know if you ever seen a ballista bolt, man. You sound like you can carry a lot of those in stock.
Hey, 3 at a time. Chop, chop. All right.
All right. So, Jinx, you were going to try to, is it, so
Yeah.
you could get, how close do you need to get?
I need to get within 60 feet.
So it is going to be about 45 feet above you. So you can run up. So you're just within 60 feet.
So I run up, and as it's flying by, I yell out there and just be like, what is that? Run to the litter?
What language do you speak?
I'm speaking Draconic.
You are speaking in Draconic.
Yeah.
In fact, he calls him by his first name.
Okay.
I don't know his first name.
Lenathon. Do you go by Lenny?
I don't know his first name.
But you don't know that. No, you don't. Okay. And it is a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Wisdom. 14.
He saves.
He saves?
Yeah.
But
14
barely. That's what he needed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me 2d10, please.
Maybe it takes the attention off the rest of them. I mean, I'll take that. 4. Hey, doubles. I get to roll again.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's relative. That's within the mid range. You, as the dragon goes by, you see his head just kind of turn and look at you, and he's still intaking air, breathing in, and it just kind of lazily glances down at you, and then turns back to its back to the keep, and it lets out a blast with its lightning breath.
I wish I could have sticking cloud and threw it up in the air when he was taking his
So
he had to take it in.
I'm just going to roll this just so you have an idea. That's how much damage the breath does.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That was a very low roll.
I mean, more than average, but well, that's fine.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse. That's less than average.
You see the lightning it comes out and it blasts that far northeastern corner, just as they're shooting the bolt up at it. So I will actually, I'm going to share one more thing with you guys, just so you have this, so I can do this too. Let's see. So these are the ballista. Let's see. So there's 4. Okay. So the guards only get a +4 to hit. So the 2. So I'm going to do the ballista. The group that just got hit with a lightning bolt did not hit the dragon. The ones next to them, just south of them, 1, 2, or actually, I'm sorry, just west of them. That's a good shot. Actually, that hit the dragon, and the other 2 on the other side both missed. So only the far northwestern ballista, you see as the dragon is flying over, all the guys in that corner are just fried. You know no one survived. There were, how many people were on that at that time? That is a good question. Let's track this. Yeah. So there was 2 guards there. One of them was already hurt. Okay. Stop that. All right. And actually went down and yeah, you didn't really see yep. Okay. You hear screams. You see the 2 guys, and there's screams from beyond the 2 guards on the corner that you can see. So you know that this bolt hit more than just that corner. The ballista itself is all cracked, and you're not sure if it'll even be still usable or not. That's tough to tell from your vantage point. One ballista hits the dragon. Let's see. And gives it a glancing blow along one of its shoulders. Okay. And the dragon goes and flies off. You can't see it anymore from your vantage point. What are you doing?
What are the kobolds and dragons? Are they all cheering on, facing behind us?
If you go up to peek over the top, yeah, you see, you hear the cheering and stuff, and you see a huge group of them over there. Make a perception check, Elamir. Yep. You see masses of kobolds, all different scale colors flickering in the firelight. You see you see lots of some of the kobolds have those little lizard creatures with them. There's some of the mercenaries. And you see one dragon claw from your vantage point, and that's about all you see right now.
And is the tower, the keep, shooting at them, or are they out of range and all that?
No, they don't have the ammunition.
I mean, like arrows or anything. Okay, so no.
No, they used all the arrows before, just trying to help you, you guys,
Gotcha.
when you're out there. They used up all of their ammunition except for what they had for the ballistas.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to bring in 30 more, monsters to us 4. So,
Jinx, you, when you were running back from when the dragon went by, one of the guards up there yelled down, said, please, hero, come help us. We must protect. We must drive off the dragon. Can you help us, please?
Yes, I'll be up there in a minute. We have to go. I'm sorry.
That's fine now. We can go. I'm good.
Not that I feel like we're smart about this, but my intelligence is only 10, so I'm okay with this. I take the time and I run around and I will attempt to go in there and help out.
Okay, so are you going around through the front?
There's not another way to get in over here, is there?
We're going back through the tunnel.
Oh. Um,
What's the quickest way?
Well, the quickest
Front
way
door.
would be going right through the front door. So I'll tell you this. There's a
Yeah.
congregation.
because you said you had the guys they all went west.
Yeah, so there is a mass, and when I say mass, like there is a huge group amassing here, easily 4 or 5 times larger than what you saw before, and so all the ones, it looks like all the raiders have been coming in from the town and are amassing on that west side.
Okay,
So,
we
but
don't
there
have a
is
choice but
room
not go through it.
to. I mean, you also know that at least all of the kobolds have slings, and there is like right there off the corner on that southern end of those, you immediately see at least probably 12 to 15 kobolds.
I don't have a way to stop them at all like that, so I guess I'll have to go through the tunnel. I mean, if I get up here, this is not that far away. This is only maybe 50 feet away from them. Once they see me here, the odds of me getting here is pretty minimal. So yeah, I will run back down to the tunnel, like, we gotta get back into there or whatever, and I will run back to the tunnel and open the door or open it up and run in.
Okay, and
Will I fit in a tunnel?
No, you will not. You cannot fit in. The tunnel is only 5 feet wide.
How tall are these walls here?
20 feet.
How high
Or
can a hyena jump?
not that high. The only way you could get in other than going back through the tunnel is to run up to the front door.
Okay.
Now, that being said, if you wanted to try that, if you went around the north side, you could probably from that northeast corner in one round double moving probably make it to the front.
That's what I was thinking.
You probably could, yes.
Yeah.
The other thing is you know that in your current form, you're probably not. There's nothing you can really do to help against the dragon.
I'm going to stay at the group. I'll run back down to them.
Okay. Are you so then? All right, sir. Alamir, are you going? You said you're going with them too.
I'm already down there.
Okay. Then let me do this. All right. Let me bring you all over.
How can we mess up his plans even more?
How could you? I don't know. All right.
I should
look at the
dash.
bright side. We get hit by a light lightning breath, and we are like completely turned into ash.
Okay. So, whoops, I need to get there here too. Courtyard. All right. So you go. What's that?
I was gonna, and I once we get in the courtyard, I instantly do a quick survey around, and I see the ballista with all the dead guards right there, and I'm like, "Can you get the ballista working again?"
Yeah, and you see a couple of these. Whoops, I didn't mean to draw. A couple of the guards, including actually the one that had yelled down to you, is going over there, and they're like trying to move the bodies out of the way, and he yells back, I think so. I think it looks like it should at least be able to shoot one more of the bolts.
Perfect. And then I will run up and try to help out any group I can help out while they're doing that.
Okay. Yeah, and Nighthall and Escobert are out there, and you see Eliana is there, and she sends one of her acolytes up to rush up there and try to So they're running up there and to try to see if anyone is alive, and they can help them. Alamir, what are you doing?
I want to see if any of these guys are coming towards the. If they're at 120 feet, I'm taking pot shots.
Okay, so
I mean, like
right now you see, similar
you
to
get a
before,
firebolt. You get a firebolt.
they are just kind of lined up. Yeah, you and I'm just gonna say here
At 100 feet. All right.
Gonna put. We'll just move. I'm just going to spot up there with you. So there is that you don't see any sign of the dragon
Right.
at this point. And on. So how far away are they? Let's take a look.
Let's roll a 10-sider. Oh, 80 feet. Woohoo.
If it comes back, I'm going to try to get it to target its own people by appealing to its dragon kind.
Oh, yeah.
So they are.
Bye.
Let's see. Let's do a little thing here. They're going to be that far away from you right now. Yeah, they're within 80. So the ones in the center, the ones as they curve around to the south, they're between, the front row is between 80 and 90 feet of you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just going to start taking out goblins, kobolds, or whatever's in the front line.
So, and Luna, what are you paying attention to? What is your goal at this point?
I'm trying to position myself wherever I think the line's going to get closest to us. And as soon as they get within 60 foot, I'm going to be shooting my cantrip at them.
Okay. Well, it doesn't look like the raiding force is going to be getting close. The only thing that's going to get close is the dragon when it comes back, and you can see it lazily. It crosses in front of the crescent moon and the clouds behind it, and you see it beginning to make its way back now from the northwest.
Okay.
So, and where? I'm sorry. Where were you headed, Jinx?
Sorry. I'm up at the tower here, and I just picked doesn't matter which one I have to be at, but I'm going to help out whoever I can help out, and if the dragon comes back, I'll attempt to throw some words at it.
Okay. So
I mean, I can help pick up bolts and stuff, but I'm not going to be any good at firing the thing, so I'm going to trust them to do that job.
So as you're all up here, you do notice one thing. You came up right at this ballista, and the first thing you notice is that there are only 2 bolts. They're loading one into the ballista, and there's only one more sitting on the ground next to it.
Any other bolts I see around the place besides her, or besides that one? Do I see any bolts that are
And you look down the way to the south and the north, and across the way. Yeah, and you look closely, and you see the same situation. It looks like they had just enough of these ballista bolts left over to shoot 3 more. So each one only has 2 shots left.
But each one has only 2 shots left, including this one right here that has down to maybe 1 shot left. So we technically have an extra bolt that we might be able to use somewhere else.
If they can't shoot that, yeah. Yep. If that one can't shoot the other 2 bolts, then you could take it over to one of the other ones. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Elamir, You and Spot are sitting there looking at looking across, and you're looking at for your first target, prepping your cantrip. And someday D&D Beyond is going to respond to me. Give me a perception check, please. Yep. You see the easy targets right in front of you, the kobolds. Go ahead and do your first attack. Oh yeah. And your first firebolt hits one of the kobolds and just and hits and knocks its one of its arms off as that part of its torso just explodes.
I try.
Yep, that was really good. I don't know what's going on here. Why is D&D Beyond giving me why am I getting a gateway timeout? Okay. I'm just gonna try and do a perception for Spot. That's okay. Doesn't matter. And actually, I know, yeah, he doesn't get much of a bonus anyway. So, all right. Yeah. So you're just sitting there, you're taking pot shots. And after that happens, you immediately see the other ones. There's orders being shouted out from somewhere in the back and towards the middle. And the kobolds begin readying their slings and rushing forward about 20 feet in order to respond.
What can we tell with her shouting that? The orders?
What the orders are?
No, what are they shouting at? Because are they reaching up to attack, or are they just trying to distract?
Well,
because
you see a group, and it looks like about a dozen kobolds rush forward in two lines, kind of alternating, one forward, one back, so that they all have room to use their slings. And this is in response to Alamir shooting a bolt of magic at him.
Okay.
Then we duck.
Yep.
Get behind those look like stone trenches.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put myself behind. Well, can't go in. There's a good one.
And yeah, and the guards are doing the same thing, other than
because those stones are coming at an upward angle.
Yeah,
they're not downward damaging; they're upward damaging.
So you all, you and Spot and the two guards right there on that wall, all go hunkering down. You kind of peek over, and you can see that they're just waiting for a good target.
Good news, I don't have to be a good target. Stick my hand over and
okay, roll another attack.
Let's see if I can take somebody else's. Let me see if I can take a sling out of his hand. Yeah, probably not.
No, actually, no, you hit one, do damage. That's enough to hit it. And you destroy another one. So now there's only 11 of them right there.
Yeah, I got 11 more firebolts.
But
they don't like it.
5 of them
let loose.
They have -5 because you have 3/4 cover. So that's going to be
the 18 with -5 matches my armor class.
Okay. Well, then they also get, what do they get for a bonus? Kobolds get +4.
So the 18 and the 15 will hit me.
Yep. Okay. Then first sling stone.
Wait.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast shield.
Okay.
Reaction.
You cast shield as a reaction, which, what does that bring your armor class to?
Brings my armor class up to 18.
To 18. So, yeah. So then they both go bouncing off the shield. Okay. So you are not hit.
And I don't like it.
Not being hit.
And as you duck back down, you notice another kobold rushing up to take the spot of the one that you just killed. So there's now 12 there.
12 again.
Yep.
We're not going to whittle through these things fast enough. That's all I
Are
say.
they within
Alamir
60
says
feet?
that.
No.
They said about 80. Didn't you said 80
80
to
feet.
100, right? 80 to 90.
They're 80 to actually this group that ran forward is now like 65 feet away. Let me just take a quick
You
look
figure
here.
that out. I'm just grabbing a thing of water.
Yep.
I'm not sticking my head back up.
They are they're actually, it really doesn't, you know what? They also have disadvantage at that range to hit you.
That's what I thought. Too.
So they ran forward just a little bit, so they might as well just stay like 70 feet away. They're a good 70 feet. They're not going to come within 30 feet.
They're smarter than they look.
Yeah.
Always.
Or at least as a group, or some of their leaders are. So let's see. Jinx, where were you heading to? Go ahead and you can keep moving.
Oh, I was just looking for the nearest one I can help out with. If these guys kind of got this area over here covered, I mean, I guess which area needs me the most?
Well, you see the dragon headed.
Which way is it coming from?
So he's not this close, but the dragon looks like it's going to be taking a trajectory here and coming and flying over both of these ballistas. Is the direction it currently looks like it's flying.
Okay. So this ballista and this ballista.
Yep.
So it's taking a downward angle.
Yes.
I get up to right about here so I can get closer, and closer to his little strike point. I keep my head down. Obviously, as I run over there, or I kind of move over there.
Okay.
And
See, anybody can do anything to this ballista to make it perform better?
I can give the person firing it inspiration.
Well, that could help.
Yeah. So that's what I'll do. I have one more inspiration left. What the heck?
All right. So you give the person firing inspiration. Excellent. Luna, roll me a perception check since you're there and you're kind of watching everything. You're looking out at the groups of the kobolds and attackers. I don't think you'd rolled the perception yet.
Fireball.
Oh. You guys are rolling awesome. Okay. Yeah, Luna, it's kind of dark. And even with dark vision, it's just a mass of gray bodies out there. And you see height differences. You do notice, even with just a 10% perception, in the middle of this mass of humanoids, there's the smaller ones that are obviously kobolds. Then there's the humans that are mercenaries, maybe some dragon claws. Tough to tell in the dark like this. There's, especially with the fire, the light of the fires from behind them. But you notice there is one individual there in the middle that towers over the rest. There is some very large humanoid, and by large, probably maybe 7 to 7.5 feet tall, that is towering above the rest.
Since I'm next to Jinx, I slap him on my shoulder and I point out, see if he can make out anything better than I can. Hey, Jinx,
Yep.
You see that out there?
I try to take a look.
Okay. What do you see, Jinx?
I don't know. I don't see that.
It's taller. It's right there in the middle.
Yeah,
I've actually been really, really bad on those perceptions. So I just like, okay, that's
you see this kind of the same thing. It's a mass. It looks like it's bigger. Yeah, it's really tough to see in this light right from this angle, from this side.
I asked the guard that next Jinx, hey, do you see it? Do you see that? What is it?
They're like,
I'm not sticking my head up.
they're not attacking. The dragon is, and it's coming.
Steal your will.
So the dragon, you see the trajectory. The dragon is getting closer. It's about 85, 90 feet out right now. It's going to be
Let me know
round.
Let me know as soon as it's 60 foot. And I do have a question for you.
The guards that are not are actually firing the ballista. So the guards, armed that are ready and got everything else there to help out. If they're not actually actively firing the ballista, which means they have no real use there, I yell for them to hunker down, get out of the path basically, and kind of hide essentially to minimize any chances of anybody else getting hurt. While the guy who's firing can take all the credit for the kill. See, double win.
So what? That's a good. So they think that's a great idea. So this one up here, this one will rush up to the other side. This one will these ones will rush up here. And the one this wounded guard who looks like a young short cropped hair female with even in the light she has this bright red hair, and she's just helped load the crossbow, and she'll move away.
Yeah.
And then Spot will help the others at least get out of the way and
he smells what I'm cooking. Good.
Let me know as soon as the dragon gets it within 60 foot of me. And the reason for that is I know I can cast Fairy Fire on objects on the ground, but can I do that to an object in the air?
You absolutely can. You time the area where it's going to be, and it passes through it, and
that's what I'm going to be trying.
Excellent. Okay. The acolyte had actually made it all the way over here, and she's not going to be doing more than giving last rites to those poor souls. And here comes the dragon.
Right before it attacks, I just go, remember everybody, fortune favors the bold.
All right.
I got in there.
So the dragon.
As it gets right there, can I throw an insult at it?
Yep. So I stopped it right there so that you and Luna can both cast your spells.
Well, it's just a DC 14 wisdom save, so mine's a really easy one.
All right. So let's see. So first against the Fairy Fire. Wait, I need to get
dex save first.
To dragon. It's a dex save against the Fairy Fire.
Yeah.
It did not save.
Nice.
And then so it is now this. What color is your Fairy Fire, Luna?
It is
whatever you want it to be. There is no specific. I mean, they say like purple, but it can be whatever you want.
I'm going to light up real deep, beautiful blues so everybody knows what it is.
So so there's this shimmering blue force that
now I know why. Now I know why it didn't miss. Because the blue gave it away for the blue skin. It was just like, oh, look how blue I
am. And then it makes a wisdom save. 17.
I am going to also use my reaction to make it re-roll.
Would it have a disadvantage on that?
Okay.
Would would Fairy Fire give it a disadvantage on that wisdom save?
No. I'm just making a re-roll its wisdom save.
You have advantage to attack it with physical attacks or ranged and melee. 24.
Oh, God.
Wow. Is
Okay.
that better?
Yeah, that's better. That's much better. I wasted this 19.
Yeah, and it's just ignoring you. But it seems, and you hear it. It lets out as it passes, and the group up here. Roll, Luna. Your turn. Roll, or actually, I'm sorry. Alamir, roll 2d10. Okay. Yeah. So the group up there, they knew that you guys were going to do something, so they held off trying to attack the dragon until it was passing over. The fairy fire encompasses it, and they are now going to. So all three of these are going to get advantage on the attack. This one right here in the middle, just before the lightning goes off.
Plus
All right.
Firebolt.
Yep. And what? And you're gonna do a firebolt. Yep. So go ahead and do. You can go ahead and do your firebolt. You get advantage on the attack. Oh, and there's a crit on the first one.
not so much.
14 does not make. I don't think. Let me just double check. No, definitely does not. Does not break through the dragon scales. Second attack. So the 17 will hit. That will be a 21. And actually a 19 will hit as well. So all three ballista with the advantage hits the dragon this time. So damage. It's going to be, what was the, okay, I lost it again, didn't I? The ballista, it's 3D, is it 3d10? 3d10. All right. So, and the first one was actually a crit.
Whoa.
So 45, 18, and 27. Wow.
You better run before you get any hit any harder.
And as the dragon comes crashing down inside the keep.
Yeah, no, so the dragon, yeah, it hits him hard. Boom. Hits him hard in underneath in the side, on the back hindquarters on his left side. And then there's one right in the lower abdomen, and then one right in the chest. And he screams. There's a scream that comes out as the lightning comes out.
That was 90 points of damage.
This time it's 60 lightning damage. I don't even have to roll a save. The lightning rolls across the top here, and this first guard just turns almost to dust instantly. Just dash. This ballista is just bursts apart into splinters. What is the range here? 10, 20, 30, 40 feet. So the blast does not quite reach, I believe, this ballista here. Yep, 60-foot line. So only one lost that time as the dragon continues, flies by and goes down down to the south. So dragging out of the way. So you see the dragon as it goes south. It begins to roar. I don't know how to do that. Let me see.
Roar.
Oh, I see. No. Yeah.
watch it for odds howler once in a while.
That's interesting. Where did that message come from? And how come I can't get rid of it? Because I wasn't looking, so I didn't see it in time. So there we go. Blocking them should work, right? How's that? Did that do it? Nope, they didn't get rid of it though. Is there a time frame for getting rid of messages?
I don't think so, but if you have mods on the game show, then they can follow it and take care of them as they go to. Worry about it later.
Yeah. Thanks for catching that.
So immediate reaction to all this is I will run up and I see the guard. I'm like, hurry everybody, rearm. And I run up there and I point one of them to grab the ballista bolt that's laying on the ground here, and to bring it down to one of the air ballista here to give it a second shot. Mind you, this one never used its 2 shots that were fired because it only fired 3 shots. So this one has 2, this one has 1, and then this one will have 2 right now.
Got it. And so you're running around, you're doing that. You hear a cheer come from the guards on the southern wall, those 4 guards. One of them has run back and is looking to, they are looking to reload that ballista. But you hear the cheer and they say, the dragon's leaving. I think it's had enough.
What?
And you do see the dragon continue to fly away. It doesn't look like it's circling around this time.
What bolt looked like it hit the hardest? Was it this guy? This one? Was it, which bolt was it that hit the hardest?
Well, with
you rolled 3 in a row.
With the crit, it was the top one up here.
The top one?
Yep.
Do we know any of these guards' names? Who fired it, for instance?
That was Lenzu. Lenzu fired the bolt.
Lenzu! Oh, huzzah! Whatever. You yell huzzah.
Lenzu! Huzzah!
Yep.
Yeah.
And rearm your bolts anyway. I don't care if he's running away. Be ready for more.
Yeah. So, and you still have some of the you still have some bolts left for any attack that happens. But you see the group of the kobolds, like they all back away. They're still standing, but pretty far back on that against the houses to the west. And they're fairly quiet.
Dragon's got your tongue! I scream over the wall.
Go ahead and so everyone's still on the wall there. The dragon is going off. You see the group of raiders and kind of sitting back watching, and you can see through the houses to the northwest and to the west. You see quite a few wagons, like the wagons you've seen them loading earlier in the night. And you see those wagons by the light of the burning fires, and it looks like they're creating a train of them and are beginning to, they're slowly beginning to circle them to the south, running them to the south of the town.
How far away are they?
Oh, they're hundreds of feet. They're running them through the far eastern or western edge of town.
How far do the ballistas fire?
The ballista. What's the ballista range? They are actually, they don't say, do they? That's the one thing they don't say.
The reason why, just the reason why I'm
500
asking,
yards.
the reason why I'm asking this is, I would like one of the ballisteers, whatever you want to call them. I know it feels like they're wasting a shot. I want them to shoot at the very first wagon. Hopefully take it out, road jam it, basically, if they're trying to steal the goods. And maybe that will make them just take off without taking the extra goods. I know that's a stretch.
You want, if it's in range, if it's not, you want to try knock out that big 7-8 foot leader.
Up to you. I don't really have anything except for insults. So
Is the wagon in? Is the wagons within range? I guess is the first question.
yeah. Not that they have to listen to me, but I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Okay. So you have the range. It's just a matter. These ballista are angled to shoot up into the air, but they're also, you can push them forward to the very edge and angle them down.
Yeah, they're going to have blocks
for general defense.
Yeah.
What's that?
Ballistas are going to have blocks that they can lift up the back and slide a little 4-inch block or a 6-inch block to delay the actual arc in the back of them.
So,
absolutely.
I think even though I want the other two ballistas to be ready to go, and we brought the extra shot down here, since I brought the extra shot down here, either this one or this one's already damaged. This only has one shot left in it before it probably breaks anyway. So my thought is to take this one if they're heading south or whatever, to try to take that shot. And if you can take out the wagon, I mean, strategically, it might actually be a benefit long-term wise. So I try to convince them that to take it, at least go for it. But these guys got to be ready for the dragon right away when we reload this one.
Okay, not a problem. So you load that one. It's really tough to get a good shot. Like that you're going to be shooting down over. So let's take a look at the map. So they are going to, you see them, they're going to be going crossing the river here and then going down here.
Their best spot, if they have a chance to be hit them, is right there on the bridge, probably.
Yep. And those buildings surrounding that are actually, yeah. So
here's another question. Can we come out the tunnel, come around the south side and ambush them? Probably somewhere around there.
We could go down that way if you have enough firepower. You think you can take out whatever it is. I know.
Well, yeah, but keep in mind, you see, like, they are being escorted with masses. Like, you don't know where all of these raiders came from. Like, you encountered a few individual groups as small as like 1 or 2 at up to like groups of 5 or 6. These are masses of dozens. So
and again, me saying that taking a wagon out right here doesn't mean that it's going to stop them completely from taking the resources, but it'll maybe make them leave some of the stuff behind. That's all my thought is.
Jinx, you're breaking up a little bit for me. Is anyone else getting that, or is that just me?
I don't know.
It was getting a little bit quieter, but not breaking up for me.
Yeah, I mean, it was like quiet and then coming back and quiet and coming back, like never complete.
Oh, I might have I was off to the side of the mic a little bit, and sometimes that turns around and cuts it off because it's trying to not take all the extra sounds in.
And you're already better. You're already doing much better. Yep, that's great. Okay. So, all right. So you have, you're gonna shoot down to that corner. How many bolts are you going to shoot?
Literally just give me one shot at the wagon. If a ballista bolt hits a wagon, it's gone.
Got
It's
it.
like it's like taking a desert eagle to an engine. It's gone.
Isn't it 10 minutes for your ability, your not a blessing, it's what's it called?
Inspiration.
Yeah, your bardic
Yeah,
inspiration.
it was 10 minutes. Yes.
Because the
That person wants to take the shot, that'd be great. I mean, it's just
Yep.
a matter of
so he goes running down. He goes running down to the bottom. He goes, I got it. I got the perfect hit on the dragon. I can do this.
picturing him.
Yes. And he's this slightly older, like in his 30s. Man, he's got a scraggly beard, kind of curly black hair. And he's starting to go just slightly like a little widow's peak on the top. And he's got dark eyes and well-tanned skin. And he steps up and he's like, this is what I did on the dragon. And he's like, you gotta lead just there. This is a really slow target, but you guys still lead just a little bit for the distance. I think I got this down. And as you watch in the flickering firelight, that lead cart in the group had approached the bridge. He lets loose the crossbow bolt. It's a D6, right? Yeah. So 18. So, and he actually it strikes not square center, but it strikes like down in one corner right by a wheel. And the entire wheel, that whole section just explodes in splinters. And there's large and there's a large amount of yelling and screaming. By this time, Mythal and Escobert, Marguth, and like there's a lot of guards that have come up. Like they're everybody's kind of cheering you on and cheering the dragon being scared off and all this. Yeah, Escobert walks over. That's a mighty good shot there. You're gonna have to make you a captain. You're going to be the captain of the ballista and train all the rest of them.
Huzzah to the captain! What was his name again?
I didn't write it down. So everybody's cheering. You see a mass of people like quickly grabbing all the stuff from that cart and trying to move it as much as they can into other carts and stuff. Looks like there's probably room in some of the other carts to put stuff, so they're just quickly doing that. And as this happens, you hear a very deep, gravelly voice boom from the center of the mass of raiders in front.
Of course.
And you look over and you see a bunch of the kobolds and everything, like they're once again moving forward, informations with slings ready.
How many ballista deals do we have left?
We have 2 shots in the upper right corner, and only can fire 1. We have 1 shot in each of the front ones. The middle one right here, the one here is destroyed.
Okay, so 2 there.
Yeah, but this only can fire 1, so this extra shot will end up going here or here if it needs to be used.
Yeah.
So putting you back here, this is what you see, and you look out and you see that large form, Luna and Jinx, that you had both seen earlier, just walking forward, striding forward, and you can tell now as it comes closer, unafraid of how close it is,
Finally,
walking.
a brave one.
And you also notice behind it is a mass of kobolds surrounding a group of a woman and 3 kids. And this half dragon, and you can tell by the glint as it gets closer, it has blue scales. So this is a half blue dragon.
So it's not a dragon.
Dragonborn?
Oh, it's not a dragonborn. It's a half dragon.
Yes,
Back.
it's a half dragon, and this half dragon. You remember Zod and the half dragon that Zod fought inside Line Star warehouse in Hill's Edge. This half dragon is larger and more imposing than Zod was. And he steps forward, and this is, is in the keep. Oium Landradosa Sainrath, and I am here to put forth a challenge to anyone brave enough to try and fight me one-on-one for the lives of our last few prisoners. This woman and her children, what are they worth to you?
Before we even answer, I glance at the guy was up on the thing before, the mayor or whatever was up top there. I'm like, are those actually citizens or is this a trap?
And you see, the mayor is looking, and he goes, "Oh, that's not good." He looks down. He looks down back in the courtyard at Sergeant Marguth, who is the first, the captain that you saw in the beginning, getting the group of citizens into the front gate before everything got surrounded. And he yells down, "Marguth, oh, I'm sorry to tell you. Looks like it's Silsa." And Marguth goes, "Silsa? What? No!" And he goes rushing to the front gate. "Open it, I tell you, open the gate." And you see the other guards being like, hold on, no. And they're trying to hold this guy back.
I go down there and I'll try to help calm him down as well.
And he's looking through. He opens up this little hatch in the portcullis, and he's looking through. It's my poor sis and her young'uns. I can't let anything happen to them.
I know I didn't help persuade him to stick around and not go in. The guards are doing their job, but I did not help in the matter. So I got to stop right here for a second and ask a thing. maybe I'm wrong. Would this not be a time when somebody like Spot would want to step up? If he's, I mean, I wish Spot was here because it just makes sense. um,
No, absolutely.
yeah, it does not make sense for me. I mean, I mean, fortune favors the bold, I guess, but at the same time, I'm not as confident with my finesse with my weapon as I am with the fists of Spot. So we have to stop the guy from going out there for right this second, at least.
And you're going up and down again, just so you know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. Governor Nighthall steps forward and Spot and Alamir, I'm sure you're up there somewhere at the keep front too. I know you've all done some mighty big work tonight, helping our citizens and saving a ton of the folk. I know, but I know the sergeant, even if we heal him up, he's no match for that beast out there. But I'm not sure any of us are. That's almost certain death going out there and accepting that challenge.
What's the chances of the two front ballistas aiming at this big half dragon and shooting at the same time on it? Hitting
I
it?
mean, Silso would be dead.
Yeah.
There's no taking all of the.
I would
all of them out before. Yeah.
I would tell them to take aim on him, and if Silsa does die, then he dies as a backup. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At least I'd tell these up here, and then I pass word to send down the south side. If Silsa dies,
they
he dies.
They begin lining up, and you can see this Cyan Wrath, as he called himself. He looks up at them, and he like holds out his weapons. Actually, here, let me give you a little better image here.
I don't think my beast form would be a match for him either, would he?
It would be a better match than me.
Better match than me too.
Or a better match than the both of us put together.
Yeah. I mean, I might be able to take one hit, but that'd be about the limit of my ability for me before I'm going to fall down.
And I'll take half a hit.
So, Spot steps forward and he's like, I don't know if I can take him, but I can try.
You can do it.
He needs some serious healing. And so Tom is going to fight with Tom.
You're the biggest, baddest, guy around. I know you can do it.
Better than Leroy Brown.
Does he want to ride a hyena into battle?
Dude, unless you're telling me I have to go do it.
No, Spot goes, no, this is what I've trained for. I have to do this.
Can I give do we have any healing potions we can give him? I think I got a healing potion left over, don't I?
You had 3 of them. You've given away 1 so far.
Well, I didn't give them away.
You poured it down his throat.
Yeah, the idea was for them to use it for whatever. So there was 3 of them. So
there were 2 of them. Spot took one already.
Yep. So I hand him another healing potion for him to take before he walks out there.
Okay. And so he takes the potion.
I can roll it,
that,
but it might be
and
bad.
that puts him at full.
And does our local cleric, her name Myrith or Imralith or whatever, does she give him
Eliana.
does she give him like a good game or anything?
So she calls forth one of, or actually, is it? I don't
There's
know
an
that
Alkite
they-
right here.
I don't know. I don't think they have. Yeah, they do. So
They
she
have
calls
bless.
forth one of her acolytes, and she says, Zana,
Give him the blessing.
you yes, can you bless, can you bless him? And the acolyte comes forward and is preparing. And we're going to pause the action right here from just 1 sec.
One.
And I'm going to go down here.
So, dumb question. Shillelagh's only on self, right?
Yes, it is. It's only on self. Where did this? Right. I got to do this. I got to go all the way down here. Hold on. Going to here.
A side note: if I would have rolled up like up over 80% of my low D100, I would have went out there.
Oh, wait. One second here. I need to do this. And this. Okay. Except I think he just stepped away. Smock, are you there? Awesome. Then yeah, as you're all sitting here, you're all preparing to and you hear Cyan Roth as Spot is preparing to go out there. You hear Cyan Roth yell out again, "Time is running short. Is there none who is brave enough to take my challenge and save this woman and her children?" And from the north, between the two buildings, there is a figure on a horse approaching.
Well, yeah. While he does that, I look out the entranceway, and I'll be like, I'll make some smart ass comment to him about it being a half dragon or whatever, and basically calling him like you're a half dragon, but is you're half impatient or something like that, and then we'll be there in a second. Trying to everybody wants to be in
it. And following that up, do you have something you want to say, Smut? So, Smock, what you see as you enter the town through the buildings, you've seen off just to the west of you a bunch of wagons loaded up with various types of loot, you assume, heading to the south. You see this mass of raiders, mercenaries and kobolds, and what you recognize from your study within the order as members of the cult of the dragon. And you see in front of all of them this large half blue dragon with kobolds behind him, holding down this woman and three children, and he's yelling out a challenge for someone to fight him in order for and if someone fights him, win or lose, he will let the woman go free.
I didn't catch the win or lose part.
And he looks up to the north and he goes, "Ah, a latecomer, but a brave one. Excellent. Come forth then." So you are here. I'll pull you off the horse and move you down. Do you see yourself in the middle there? You should have the ability to move yourself down further. And as you come out, actually, so that acolyte will now rush forward. Jinx and Alamir, just what do you think Spot's reaction is?
I was about to say, I just pat him on the back, going, "Looks like you're off the hook, buddy." He was just got done telling us when he was all trained for this and everything else. I feel like Spot might go out there and actually like he's going to accept the challenge regardless. And then Smock and Spot would have had to have a little one-off. I mean, they both are 4-letter names. They both start with letter S. They both have an O at the third letter. I mean, it seems like a pretty fair challenge of wits.
So Smock does go up there and he's like, "I could have taken him. But I've done enough fighting. I'll let someone else have some fun." I guess yeah. So this Zana walks up to the gate. The gate doors are opened, at least these part way, and there you see Mark Guth and some of the guards like step out along with the acolyte, and it looks like they're kind of just preparing to pull people back in, regardless of how this goes. So Smock, you walk forward and you see this huge creature before you. I'm gonna show this again. So that's what you see. And he holds his spear. He has this huge great sword on his back, and he's holding a spear in two hands, and he says, "I am Lang the Drosa Sayenrath, and I accept your challenge for the life of the woman and her children." The last one standing. This is to the death. Exactly, yes. So here's something interesting. So Smock, go ahead and roll a perception check. Just a general, perception check. Yeah, that's definitely good enough. You're saying this, but as you were walking up, you don't know where it came from, but you felt some warm magic, some bouldering magic infuse itself into your body. You have felt this before. It is a spell that you do yourself. You know that someone has blessed you. So, all right. let us begin then. And go ahead and let's roll initiative. Here. I need to open. Whoops, I didn't do that yet. Let's do that. Let's add a turn.
Yes.
Yes.
You have a 12.
I see you in here too. Does everyone else see Smock in the initiative turn order?
Yeah, I sure do.
Yeah, he's there.
Perfect. Just wanted to make sure. All right. Then let's roll for your opponent. All right. Let me get over here. Initiative. We're just going to do this. Oh, there it is. And yet I knew it was here somewhere. Ah. Okay. Smock, you get to go first. What do you do?
One shots him. because he's got spell slots left. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he hasn't been in town in this town in the city fighting for the last 4 hours.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep. So 19 that hits. He's wearing split mail, and you strike a spot on between the links. Go ahead and click the glaive where it says glaive there in the perfect 9 damage. Very good. Mm-hmm. Yep. And you pull, and so you swing the glaive around, strike with the butt end, and you just barely catch Cyan Wrath on the side of his cheek. Go ahead and roll some damage. Oh, nice. Are you going to? Are you also? Remember, you have smites as well. Are you going to use smite on? Yep. Nope. Okay. you as you walked up, you can see that evaluate this opponent, and you know that he is really, really tough. You don't want to hold back at all. Oh, nice. So yeah. So wow. He's not quite bloody, but you have smacked this creature a couple of times really good. And he stumbles with a shocked look on his face. And then he smiles and grins. Ah, I was afraid I would not have a worthy challenge. Excellent.
As he stumbled back, you hear, at least for myself and anybody else that was up here by the top of the castle or whatever, the keep, going, Zah! Cheering him on.
Yeah, and there is everyone on the top, the guards and everyone, a lot of the citizens are peeking out of the through the portcullis and in the front gate, and have climbed up looking over the battlements and are cheering Smock on. Is that it, Smock? You want to? Yep, you still get to move.
Because he ran away.
Okay. I thought, and you're running? Well, I thought you were brave. You acted as such. I can see you're really just a coward in your tactics. So he's going to. All right. So you did really well. So he is going to go ahead. Yeah. He is going to rush forward 15 feet. And as he's running, he's going to throw his spear at you. So let's do this. 22 to hit for 6 damage. And then he continues running. Yep. That's right. Yep. The reaction attack, right? Okay. Right, which is 17, which, or actually 18, which still hits. Wow, 22. What does it look like when you strike this
Not gonna smite it.
Cyan Wrath? So
During a melee attack. That's a melee attack.
Well, let's
It's
actually
a big melee attack.
Let's just look real quick whether it's on a turn or round.
Oh, it's once per turn.
No, and actually, hold on a sec here. Right, it says when you attack, I
It's up
just
to
let
you,
me
Tom. It's your
let me
game.
just look at something really quick here. I just want to double check. My thought is, just from everything you've said, is that you should be able to use it right now, but let me just triple check something. Smiting. Divine Smite. When you hit a creature with a melee, you can spend 1 spell slot. Yeah, it is anytime. So yeah, there is no limit to how often you can do it. So absolutely, go right ahead. Oh, still. So still, you can tell this blow as you hit this Cyan Wrath as he comes in. You open up, strike out, and you almost eviscerate him, cutting through his armor, and he's just blood pouring out. And he stumbles, and Sentinel, so he has to stop, doesn't he? And he looks at you, and he like stops, and like stops him in his track, and his blood just begins to froth and spit out of his mouth, and he has just pure hatred and anger as he stares at you, and he opens his mouth. And actually, no, he can't do that. I don't think he can do that. I think he already did an attack. So all he can do, and he already threw his spear at you. He pulls his greatsword out and looks like and stands there in a pose waiting for just standing there waiting to see what you do next, not backing down. There's glint in his eye and a smirk, a smile beginning to spread on his bloody lips. And it's your turn again.
The name of a dragon. A cult.
He says, Bahamut. He spits on the ground. Is but a shadow next to the great queen. Kill me if you must, or I shall kill you. Okay. And you hit. Wow. What does it look like when your glaive finishes off this angry, hulking half-blue dragon? And he falls to the ground, and you hear a hush from all around. And the kobolds near you, they all begin backpedal, like going back, and the ones around the woman and the children begin backing up as well. And you hear a voice. Everyone hears a voice from the back, and it's a harsh female voice. Well, that is enough. Cyanrath has finally met his match. Let the woman and the children go. We need them no longer. It is time to leave. And the woman grabs the children and begins running forward. All of you make a perception check.
I haven't rolled above a 6 all night.
Yeah, I know. It's a good thing someone was rolling well. It continues to.
Right, 9. Yeah, Almir's blind.
Jinx, are you going to roll?
Sorry.
Okay.
I can't perceive.
It wasn't that difficult since she was talking. You had a general idea. Angles and such was the main concern. Luna and Smock, you both look back to the back of the center, beyond these 4 black-clad cultists, and behind them you see this woman, cropped black hair, wearing cultist garb of a very high rank, except it's not black. In the flickering firelight, you notice that it's purple. She's wearing purple garb. And she...
Looks like the armor he was wearing.
Yeah, where is she? Hello. She looks like...
So she's higher than the 4th rank.
Okay, somewhere here. Hello, hello. There she is. Load.
So she's a top rank, is what you're telling us. Being that she's a wearer of purple.
Exactly. So you notice she is definitely what you would assume would be one of the wearers of purple, and what you know to be the highest of the highest general ranking among the cult. And she turns and walks away, and everyone just begins to follow her to the west. And
chicken.
Yeah, Captain Margu runs out and grabs his sister and helps him back into the keep.
As they walk away, I grab one of the fallen soldiers, guard shields, and I start doing the little, humping, against it.
Yep. The Braveheart time.
Basically, yeah, just to try to, just as basically, kind of a mock, and also as congratulations to this person who rode in on a horse.
Yeah. Smock. Now that things kind of died down, and all these people, all these raiders are walking away. So like, I'm just gonna kind of move them off a little bit. If I can. So, Smuck, you want to give a little description for all these people seeing you for the first time? Very good. And your horse,
like Alexio.
Yeah, your Smock, your horse comes trotting up, well trained. So, although you've probably had this horse a while, you can choose. You were given the horse by the order. You can choose whether it's a riding horse or a war horse. Up to you. You can have any kind of horse you want. Yep. Alamir?
Yes.
We can hear that in your background, sir.
I'm trying to play some 60s music for the background.
No. Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
Background music.
So
we go down there to greet him right away, just because, and congratulate him for felling, that loudmouth half dragon. And as we do, we check on Silsa and Margaret or whatever to make sure it's, they're all right, the kids and everything.
Yep, and they are, and of course, Mother Eliana and her acolytes come out, check them over. There's some scrapes and bruises on Silsa and the kids, but no major injuries. And they take them all inside, unless Jinx, you wanted to do something, or Luna, you wanted to do something special before they go in.
They look okay, right? They don't need immediate healing.
Yep, they absolutely do. They look just fine. So
and these the enemy out here, they're probably too far away to throw a frostbite on. And I don't know if
Well,
I want to do that
they
anyway.
actually, yeah, they've actually they've actually continued to
Departed.
go. Like they're off the map basically. They keep
Okay.
walking and
I'm
join
watching to
their
see where
caravan
they're going to see if they keep going west or south.
south. They're
Okay.
all heading south. They're now a huge caravan. The forces that you just saw there, that's probably about 2/3 of them. So there's a good number more, but it's a large force. But that was the vast majority of them. So Alamir, it looks like you're going up to Smuck.
Yeah, Alamir's going to walk up to this tall, blonde, looks like young man, as Alamir himself is a bright, young, smug elf, and he's going to give him the hand out and say, "Very well done, sir. Very well. I'm sure Spot could have done better, but good job." And he is shorter than you by probably a good 6 inches, 8 inches, and skinny, tall elf, and just but again gives you congratulations on your combat, and you showed him a thing or two, and goes off to this dragon looking thing and gives him the once over, kicks him in the head, making sure,
Let's see
yeah,
that rolled.
touch. He hasn't rolled at all tonight, so let's just see.
Yeah, right. I also will go up there and I give Smuck the the
Missed.
arm to arm handshake as brothers in arms you would do, and I do that, and I go in for that that half not really hug, just the shoulder hit, and after I come back I'm like, ow.
Bro hug.
Yeah. And I walk over to this horse and I take the bridle and I'm like, come on, let's go in the keep. And I take his horse and I lead the horse with us. Oh, it's a big horse.
Excellent.
Oh, whoa. Is he? Are you from this town? As you're walking up there, I'm like, then who? Why are you here? Well, I heard you mention the dragon as a god, so are you trying to join them? Dragon.
And Jinx, why don't you've heard a lot of stories? Why don't you go ahead and roll a history check?
My rolls today.
This is okay. You've heard the name. You know Bahamut in relation to Tyr and Helm as one of the gods of justice. And as you say that, Smock, you look and you see a half-orc walking up to you. And the half-orc also walks up, and you know from the descriptions you were given by Froome before you left that this is another one of the members of the the party you were looking for. You also notice the kind of robes and symbols that this person is wearing, you readily identify that he is a member of that of the Way of the Ascendant Dragon. And he comes up, and that was impressive. I was ready to fight him myself, but I'm pretty sure I would have had to be doing a lot of dodging and trying to wear him down. Of course, yes. Always, this was a very, very worthy fight, and you definitely, that was quite impressive how quickly you took him down. Yeah. Yeah. We all need that sometimes. So, and you're, even though the raiding force is leaving, people kind of, everyone kind of goes back into the keep, and you guys are, asked if you want to come back inside so they can close the doors. And yep. So what's the range on that again? 300 feet or more? I think it's, oh, 60 feet. Yeah. Right. As you're walking back inside, you get just a slightest tinge of celestial coming off of Luna.
No, he doesn't. Oh,
No?
yeah, he does. Never mind. I was thinking it was Alamar. Yeah, okay.
Nope. In Luna, though, Luna has some
right.
kind of celestial spark that is associated with, with her. She has a little bit of a spark. And that's it. Nothing else around you. Yep. So you go into the keep. They close the doors. You are greeted by a gentleman. Hello, sir. You are greeted by this gentleman. Introduces himself as Mayor Tarbon Nighthill. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. That was some mighty fine fighting out there.
Yes, it was nice to have that well-rested person come up and handle that.
Yeah. Well, the timing was impeccable. Of course. Well, come on in, all of you. We're going to stay in the keep tonight, even though it looks like they're packed up and starting to leave. We're going to give them some time. They're still too large a force to take a chance with anyone else's lives. Too many have been lost already in this dark night.
May I suggest you distribute the last of the ballista bullets on top to that last ballista just in case?
Yes. Well, what was up there was all we have. But we'll.
It'll be one shot each, from what
Yep.
I've gathered from my counted left.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And I'll send in one of our engineers up to make sure that the first one that was hit was is going to be in good working order. And so you guys are in the keep. You're given. You're actually given. The keep is packed. There's not a lot of space for everyone, but a lot of the local citizenry, townsfolk. It is a little, a little on the chilly side, but they've got the barracks. They've crammed the barracks. They've crammed all the even the hallways and the dining and meeting halls in the keep. And you're found some nice space where you can all maybe not. You'll probably have to share it with at least some guards, but you'll have a nice place to bed down and get a nice good night's rest.
If there's anybody outside while we're going inside and everything, if there's anybody outside that's cold, I'll just kind of walk past them and use precipitation to warm the blanket over them to at least let them get that warmth to fall asleep so the body can stay warmer throughout the night.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and they very, very thankful for a little extra warmth, and they thank you. Yeah. So, is there anything special that any of you want to do? Although, actually, yeah. So, just in general, anything special anyone wants to do as this evening as everyone's bedding down?
What's Luna know or picks up about this guy, this new person? Schmock.
Roll dragons for me. There are definitely kids inside the keep.
No, you can't eat them.
Did he
Very
just say
good.
fairies?
Performance.
Go ahead and roll a performance check with advantage, please.
Roll high, roll high.
Oh, nice. Yes.
I actually I listen in, and I actually because I'm really tired, I listen in and I actually fall asleep listening to the stories and really enjoying it.
Excellent. Yes, they're fantastic. You get all of the children, the adults, the guards, everyone gathers round and absolutely loves the stories, and it does embolden their spirits, even after all the loss that they have had tonight, and that that they're going to bed much at a little more peaceful than they would have otherwise, a little more hope in their hearts. Excellent. Luna, you aren't really trained in religion, but from your training, the knowledge that you were given about all the various types of dragons in the various parts of the world that you traveled over the last 7-8 years, that the metallic or good dragons, or the generally good dragons, right? Because there are certainly metallic dragons that you wouldn't want to trust or spend time with. Just as every once in a while you might encounter a chromatic dragon that isn't necessarily evil. But in general, the good dragons all, for the most part, worship or at least acknowledge that Bahamut, the platinum dragon, is like the god or father of them, and that he is the brother and kind of counterpart to Tiamat.
Okay. And when I overheard him telling his stories about the fairies and dragons, was there anything rang true with what I knew about the fairies as I traveled to the Fae and places like that? Or were
His
those
story,
just tales?
Smock. I assume you were telling tales that you had been told and learned.
Okay.
Not with that performance.
You know more of the myths than the actualities. That makes sense.
Um,
We may share
so
notes.
as you're all, so was there? I'm sorry. Is there anything else anyone wants to do? That's it.
No, I mean, honestly speaking, I just want to go to sleep. We congratulate that one guy. We made sure the everybody that was hurting is got a good place to rest. I think we should be good.
Excellent. So then, as you're all kind of bedding down, you're all on the same level, actually in the same room, like this one hall. It's probably a training room that they've cleared all the training materials and weapons off to the side, given plenty of room for people to sleep. So there are training swords and spears and pole arms and all and wooden shields and the like in here on racks. And as you're all in the same general area, bedding down, you hear this you hear this scuffling sound, and look up and see this fairly young half elf, dressed in a simple robe, and like a monk robe, and with a walking staff, favoring his right leg, and hair brown, like kind of like a deep straw brown, all disheveled, freckled face, but he's got a smile on his face as he approaches. Alomir, you recognize the robe that he's wearing, and Spot actually recognizes it too. But he is that he had met a lot of different types of monks as they traveled through Hill's Edge as he was growing up. But Alomir, you recognize this is a very rare order. And you know about it because it is it's the monastic order that solely resides and trains at Candlekeep. It is they're known as the Way of Enlightenment, and they're dedicated to lore and knowledge. So,
do I know their rank orders and based on what he's wearing to call him the correct level, to say initiate, to say not zealot, but to whatever it may be? Rank 1.
Yeah. And he is it's very obvious he is just a disciple.
Okay.
he is not anyone of any high rank at all.
But is the common way to call him would be, yes, disciple, how can we help you?
Yep, that exactly would be appropriate.
So since I'm not sleeping but trancing, I will speak with my face still cold and entranced, and I will say those very words.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think they had anything in here for him. That's fine. So, and he nods and says, excellent. I'm happy that you are to be recognized. And he kind of looks at you. Or does Alamir dress in any of or with any emblems or anything representative of Candlekeep?
Well, he doesn't have his harp show, but yes, he would have some form of clasp that would put him within the School of Illusion.
Aha! I see you are one of the adepts from the great library. It is my deep sincere pleasure to meet you, sir. And the rest of you, I've seen and heard all that you have done tonight. I am hoping that you are. I'm sorry? Okay. Smock, are you talking to us or are you talking in the background? Okay. I am really hoping that well, what are your plans on the morrow? Are you what are you were you sent here? Or are you looking to help learn more about the cult? Yep, we can hear you. You're just really far back and like you're.
I feel as if the answers to both of those is just a yes and yes.
And Alamir says, well, aren't we supposed to return back to Bare Dusk?
Well, at a point, but if there's more knowledge to be gained, we should gain it.
Before we continue with the conversations, which tonight and tomorrow morning, I just want to clarify. You were asked. It was semi open-ended, but it was you were to learn about any potential threat against Greenest. You obviously
into a threat.
Yeah, found that.
We learned well.
And to learn as much as you can about the cult and what they're doing and where they're yes,
we can
hear you. We can hear you. In Video Ninja, you should see all of us. We all see each other and you, so I don't know what happened. Yeah, you can hear everyone, can't you?
Can you hear Slorko / Martin?
Can you hear Luna?
What's up?
So no Al, no Tom.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Can you hear Tom?
Smut, can you hear me? Can you hear me talking?
Tom speaking to you. Can you hear him?
Oh, tell him to just log out and log back in.
Try logging back out and logging back in. See if that clears it.
Wow, you got mad and got rid of him.
List.
All right, so let me just.
Well, with that being said, then yes, I would say, please have a seat. Tell us. Or Please have a seat. Tell us.
Okay. All right. Let me just make sure. Copy. I'm not sure if you have the same issue that some of us have. Whoops. Let me just double check this. Control A, B. Yeah, I think it changed a little bit. That should be good. Why am I not seeing everyone else? You know what? I want to just check something really quick. Sorry about this. I'm hoping. Is anyone else watching the stream?
Give me a sec.
Smock, will you go ahead and talk, please? Just say something. Nope, we got a problem.
Nothing's coming through Twitch.
And I'll bet you that's been an issue since you got in. And I'm not sure why.
No, I have sound in Twitch from you.
But not from Smock.
I don't know.
Yeah, so do I.
You have sound from Smock?
Talk, Smock.
Hey, Smack, can you give me a couple more words?
Nope, he doesn't come through.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't hear him either.
Wow. Yeah, that's something we're going to have to work on. And that means, yeah, we got a whole issue of a whole interaction where one side of it couldn't be heard, unless it was being heard before the relog in. But I don't know why. Why would that be happening? But the thing is I'm not seeing him in the audio mixer. That's how I knew. And it's listed correctly. Okay, we're just gonna finish this. We're gonna get through, and then we're gonna do a quick test after we go off stream. So let me just turn this off. Sorry about that, all you watching. That's I know that's not fun, but more technical issues we'll just have to work on. Our apologies. Okay. The young man, the young half elf says, I am Nessim, and I was in the area with my master Leosin Erlanthar. He is high within the order and has been researching and researching the cult and watching its movements for quite a while now. He wanted firsthand knowledge, and we came to spy on them. It was we fought a savage battle against a group of them very early this morning when we were just a ways southeast of here, and we barely got away. And as we were fleeing, we split up in all different directions, and my master Leosin has not been seen since. I don't know if they killed him or captured him. I fear for the worst, but hope that he is still alive.
Do I know who he speaks of? Is there a
No.
chance that I know? Okay, I don't know how deep in the order I know.
No, you actually just in general, people going to train for magic and for like you met people such as your friend who was a cleric or training to be a cleric and a scribe. Um, there's a distinction or a separation between the monastic order of enlightenment and the rest of the keep. So you
Gotcha. So
wouldn't
it was
have
an
had,
elective I never would have known about.
yeah, you would have seen them and walking around. You might have said hello and nodded, and
Gotcha.
but you would not have interacted with them and see in any significant way.
Is there any chance at all that I've seen this one by memory?
Roll 2d10. And he
Okay.
does begin to give you a description of Leosin. No, that's good. That's pretty impressive. So you've seen actually a good number of the various monks of the order.
And you know why I want to know if I know his face,
No.
so I can remember it.
Well, yeah. So, and I see. Yep. But no, you have not met him. You've met people at that level.
Okay.
And you believe, now that you think about it, that you may have seen Nessim at some point in passing in the halls, but you have not actually met Leosin.
Okay.
So he gives you a description of Leosin so that you will recognize him if you see him. And he says, if you happen to be for some reason traveling around and you find their camp or other groups of them, please look for my master and see if you can ensure his safety if at all possible. His knowledge of the cult is invaluable.
I asked him if he's gone to the other town, if he's gone to Burdusk yet.
They had been to Burdusk. Actually, they came down this way from Burdusk.
Okay, never mind. Then I was gonna have him go meet Obi to pass that knowledge that we are keeping an eye out.
Well, you're pretty certain you know that Obi would have been leaving right after you guys did. There was no other reason for him to stay there.
Okay, then I would have had him go and just let the princess know that because we're gonna keep moving on. So we're going to learn about the order. So tell us about the order, young one.
And he will, and he'll go through and give you information. He will, he'll tell you, Leosin's specialty is dragon colts, like very specifically. And he gives you 2 items. He gives you a broken staff and a choker, a leather choker with it's a braided leather necklace with a silver dragon designed into the leather. And the ends are ragged as if it was roughly torn off. And he tells you that, when they went back and looked, these were all they could find. And these were items of Leosin's. That he always wore the necklace, and this was his staff.
And you want us to take these with us, or just are we looking at them?
Well, the staff is not important, but yes, here, take the necklace, and if you find him, you can give it to him to show that you are a friend.
Gotcha. Okay, so Alamar will grab the necklace if that's okay.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know if you drop it in me or if you just want me to put it in notes.
You can just put it in notes. That's fine.
Okay.
What of his armor? Are you guys going to take his armor and at least put it to use somewhere?
I'm sorry, of
Whose armor?
The guy that you
Cyan Wrath?
yeah. Because he had that purple armor and everything else, you might as well go ahead and make use of it somehow.
And what was the name of the guy, Tom? The Rusa?
The monk Leosin.
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 Gotcha.
No, Cyan Wrath, you're right. So Cyan Wrath was still lying out there. He actually doesn't have the regular cult armor on. He has a nice suit of split mail.
Okay, so it's not that purple armor he was in the picture. Gotcha.
No. So
shiny leather. No.
Yeah, he is not aware of purple. That is not. So whatever. I mean, whatever's in the. I mean, you can.
Yep, we're good.
That's fine. So. Yeah, absolutely.
This guy was 6'8", though. I mean, that it's up to Tom. For me, I mean, I thought he said he was a rather large being.
He is. He's actually more like 7.5 feet tall.
But you can take some of the links off of it and fit it. It's up to you, sir.
But you could have if you want. You could have it fitted to you by the local. Some of the local
armor smith.
Yeah, Smithers. The smithy here could work on it. You would have to come back and pick it up at some point, but you could do that. Would you like that?
Up to you.
Yep.
I mean, it's dented.
Absolutely. So, yep. So, Smock, that's not a problem for Smock, the hero of and slayer of Cyan Wrath. They're more than happy to gather up the armor and fit it to you so that you can wear it. It'll probably, take at least 2 to 3 days to make those adjustments. All right, so you all go to sleep. Have a good night's sleep, and you can all take a long rest.
Finally.
It's been a long night, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I wake up refreshed.
I do too.
All right. So, do believe. Whoops, I need to get back to here. I'm pretty sure.
I cast prestidigitation on the guard next to me as he stinks.
Yeah, you clean people up. Yeah,
I did. You need to clean that.
So the next morning, there's a rough breakfast. It's nothing fancy because they have to feed basically all that's left of the town, and with what provisions are kind of
honestly. I eat light. If there's if there's bread, I just grab a hunk of bread off of it, and I'm good.
But what you find out in the morning is that so by they sent people out around 3:00 in the morning, and the town was deserted. The raiding forces were completely gone. The wagons, the trails from the wagons, and the few horses, and all the people walking could easily be seen going south and then angling south to the southeast. Governor Nighthill kind of gathers you all up along with Castellan Escobar, and says, I know it's, he knows it's not not of great importance in terms of the greater realm, in terms of what's happening, what could be happening elsewhere, or the threats that are throughout the various towns and cities.
Put it up, man.
But whatever, wherever they're taking those goods, whatever's happening to them, wherever their base is, it could be very valuable to know what they plan to do next, what they, where they're taking it. Are there other people there, perhaps? And he looks very intently at each of you, and he says, I know enough. It's very difficult for me to go right back into that Southern accent, but I know enough of this organization to know that that woman in purple is extremely important. She is a high-ranking leader, and wherever she is, important things are happening. If there is a way that you could find out where the camp is and what's going on, if you could, and if there's, we don't know if they took any hostages. It's going to be a while before we can make a full accounting of bodies and such. But perhaps there are people that still need to be saved.
Yes. Also, when the guards went out there and looking around, were there any? I know you mentioned they all left, but we had someone that we tied up before. Did they ever get put into some kind of prison or caught before that, or did they all get released and put away or whatever?
They did not find anyone tied up, and you tell them exactly where, and they find the guards that went to the northwest section and checked those streets, and they did not find anything. They were empty. Yeah.
I feel as if I don't know if I look back into the whole group and I'm like, and I feel as if I think I'm speaking for everybody that I think that we would be glad to help you out in this. It's just a matter of finding a couple
Nemo.
clues.
Yeah.
Only
anything you can find out would be helpful. And he kind of, he says, I'm sure the people who sent you, he kind of half winks, would be very interested in knowing this information as well.
I just give a slight smirk back in return.
If there's any provisions or anything you need, we can set you up.
Honestly,
your horses are taken care of and ready for you whenever you're ready to travel.
As far as provisions go, we look around the camp there, the fort, and it's like you guys need them more than I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I got some dried meat still to eat.
Yeah. So, then is what do you all think? Is there anything else you want to do, or questions you want to ask, or
we move on at dusk. We're starting southwest, and then we're going to end up going southeast. So,
well, actually, yeah. So
I mean, I'm looking at the map, and it ends going southwest. Just gone.
You gather
That's
your
nothing.
stuff up, you get on your horses, and
Really?
you begin to follow the trail. And it does go, as you walk out of as you follow the trail, it goes out of town to the south, and then it goes
Get Myrtle
south
on.
east, and then once you get over a couple hills, it turns to the south, and you're heading south again.
So we're going through the grain fields.
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
We're going off the
And-
map. I mean, there's nothing there.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is where we're going to end for tonight. As you head south, following the trail of the raiders, trying to find out where they went or where their camp is. Excellent.
Still a lot more of them than us.
Oh yes.
Right.
So yeah. So this is definitely I don't think you're on the warpath as much as a scouting mission.
We'll
Yeah.
have to take them on smaller scouting groups at a time,
Yep.
whittle them down.
I'll be up to
Fantastic.
sneak at some point.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thanks everyone, and thanks everyone for watching. And we'll work on our technical issues for next week. And hope everyone enjoyed. Thanks for joining us, Smock. And we'll see everybody next week. Take care.
Have fun storming the castle.